Welcome on in to the Always Bayern Chelsea FC Bayern versus Heidenheim live stream. We're here about to stream this match, which starts in approximately 8 minutes. So, welcome on in. We'll get the broadcast going here. Heidenheim in 17th place at the moment, Bayern in first place. Let's go. We got St. Pauli and Mainz playing right now. I was watching that match earlier, and it's still 0-0. We're in the very end of stoppage time. But at the moment, St. Pauli passes Mainz in the standings, and they're in 16th. Or sorry, passes Heidenheim. They were always ahead of Mainz. Passes Heidenheim, who is now down in 17th. Check out this fresh new kit I got from Jim. Pretty good, right? Best kit of the season, in my opinion. All right. We got a nice little comment here. Hi. Hello. Thanks for being here. And while you're here, let me add this banner up so this thing keeps ticking throughout the whole stream. Like, subscribe, comment would mean a lot. You know, Always Bayern Chelsea. We're here giving you soccer news, streams, you know, previews, reactions, everything you could ever want, and more. Looking good. Thanks. Appreciate that. We're streaming the Bayern Munich versus Heidenheim match starting in 7 minutes. Let me put up a comment here as a scorecard. Heidenheim is home. Bayern is on the road, and it is the final match before the winter pause for Bayern Munich. All right, how about this? 0-0. We're 5 minutes away. There's a very nice show going on the pitch right now. The Heidenheim fans are putting on a show. It's very nice. Mainz St. Pauli has ended. That one is 0-0 in the Bundesliga. So, yeah, at the moment, obviously Bayern first in the table, St. Pauli 16th, Heidenheim 17th, Mainz 18th. Let's talk about Bayern's lineup because it's a little interesting. Every single midfielder outside of Leon Goretzka and campus players is ill or out of the squad, so the midfield might be a little bit of a mess today. Neuer also injured. I mean, last second there was a boatload of injuries and illnesses and stuff for Bayern, so it's going to be kind of a makeshift lineup, but still a really good attack. We got Erbig in between the sticks. We got Stanisic, Upa, Ta, Ito. Ito started at center back last week against Mainz, but this is his first start as left back since his injury. Yeah, it's a weird kind of lineup today because the midfield is Goretzka and Guerrero. Pavlovic, Bischoff, both sick. Kimmich injured. Kimmich got injured with the national team and still played and has been injured ever since. So hurt his ankle. But yeah, here we are. The match is officially 5 minutes away. Frank Schmidt walking in, Heidenheim's coach. A legend, really. A player on Heidenheim for many years, the longest tenured manager in all of the top 5 leagues, as far as I'm aware. So Heidenheim, if you're unaware, is a very small village in Germany. Incredible that they're even in the first division. So cool for them. But yeah, then Bayern's attack is Michael Olise, Leonard Carl, Luis Diaz, and Harry Kane. Harry Kane is captaining the team today, I believe for the first time, because Neuer and Kimmich, captain and vice captain, are out of the squad. So I did not watch the Monaco game. I was watching Mainz and St. Pauli. What went down in the Monaco game? Was Eric Dyer being a beast, or is he still hurt? Let me know what happened with Monaco. But yeah, Bayern looking to extend their lead at the top of the table. They're up 6 points right now, I believe. Dortmund and Heidenheim, or Dortmund and not Heidenheim, Leipzig. Definitely not Heidenheim. I believe those two teams are tied on points, and if Bayern wins today, then that brings them up to a 9-point lead. They're 6 points ahead right now. Okay, Monaco won 2-1. It's a good win there. Are you a Monaco fan? Yeah, Guerrero. Dude, the midfield is looking rough. We got some campus guys up in the squad right now because Bischoff is hurt. Bischoff and Pavlovic are ill, actually, last second, sick. I was really looking forward to seeing Bischoff and Pavlovic potentially as the midfield pivot. Both of them are ill, and Kimmich is injured, got injured during the November international break, hurt his ankle, and has just been playing through injury. So kind of wild. So our midfield today is Goretzka and Guerrero. Really kind of crazy. You watch the Monaco game? Yeah. Well, welcome in, everybody. We're 2 minutes away from kickoff. Bayern Munich versus Heidenheim. Be sure to subscribe. Be sure to like and comment. It would certainly mean a lot to us here at Always Bayern Chelsea, trying to grow this channel and just be able to put up, and maybe put off more and more content, but definitely put up more and more content for you. Yeah, it's last minute. Kimmich was gonna miss the game. He wasn't training this week, but Pavlovic and Bischoff, I heard about that, their illness, literally as the lineup dropped. I didn't know about it. So Kane's shaking hands now, as the captain today, again with Kimmich and with Neuer out. Heidenheim with a really cool banner here. It looks like a Santa Claus in a Heidenheim kind of outfit. Their crowd is awesome. Their fans are awesome. Heidenheim is a great story. Kompany and Frank Schmidt hugging it out before the match. I really, really love to see that. Yeah, totally was looking forward to Bischoff, man. I really want to see him in the midfield. I think Kompany's kind of played him enough at left back. I like seeing him play, even if it is at left back, but I think you got to give the kid some time in the midfield. Quite frankly, I think it's bad for his development if you just always play him at left back when that's out of position. Probably bad for his confidence, even though he hasn't been bad necessarily. Just put him in the midfield with Pavlovic. If Kimmich isn't going to play, let me see Bischoff in there. Rafa about to score a banger. Hey, maybe that would be awesome, man. Rafa, this is a game for Rafa, I think. This is a game where he could pop off if there ever was one. I'll say that. Yes, new kit. I got this from Jim. It really is my favorite kit of the season this year. It's their third kit. I like it better than their away kit and their home kit. Kickoff here in the game, and Bayern is wearing their white away kits. Heidenheim is home in red. But yeah, this is like one of my favorite kits. It really, really is. I love this kit. I'm very thankful that Jim got it for me. It's a beautiful gift. Absolutely a beautiful gift. And Christmas came early this year. So I'm looking forward to wearing it a lot for everybody to see and look at. I mean, the details are really cool. It's kind of hard to see on camera, but there's like a checkerboard pattern that's very subtle. There's like where the tag would be. You probably can't see it with all my hair, but it says "From the South, from the Heart." We did a little short video, unboxing, I guess, but me opening it. If you want to check that out on our channel, and while you're there, you might as well subscribe. Yeah, Kane will score. I would not be surprised. He had a really nice goal against Heidenheim last time they played, if I'm remembering correctly, away at Heidenheim. And yeah, Bayern's looking to get off strong here. Ito really far up into play. Bayern circling around Heidenheim's box right now. Stanisic really high up into play as well. Goretzka actually dropping back to kind of form a back three with Ta and Upamecano. And Ito and Stanisic are bombing forward. Heidenheim is gonna play a low block. I mean, that's really all they can do. They're pretty compact. Stanisic with the cross in, doesn't quite find anybody, but a good start. Good start. Um, I think Kane was captain maybe once before, but it's been not often. He's third in line right now. It's Neuer first, Kimmich second, and Kane third. Oh yeah, so you think Kane has been captain before? Yeah, I feel like I remember him being captain maybe once, but it's not something that I remember often. Yeah, I think Musiala is a little bit still far out from like getting significant game time. I know he's training with the team, but I don't think he's really doing duels or anything super high contact. Okay, Carl takes the ball in now, finds Diaz. Diaz looking to rip off a shot, but it gets deflected. Bayern is dominating possession so far. I think that's going to be a corner. Um, I mean, we're 2 minutes in, and Bayern looks pretty good so far. Yeah, you thought Harry Kane was captain before, so he might have been. He might have been captain before, but it's for sure one of the first times because Kimmich and Neuer, let's be honest, their egos don't really let them sit down ever. So Bayern's going to take a corner kick here. Michael Olise is going to take it. I like that. Little short corner. Carl's going to retrieve it. Olise again crosses it in. A little too high. But a good start for Bayern. I think Olise was looking for Ta there. It's a good start. Thank you. You like the thumbnail. We got some little Santa hats going on there in that thumbnail. So I worked very hard on that thumbnail. And we'll see if Jim joins. He is out of pocket right now. He is away, so we'll see if he's able to join or not, but you got me at least in this one. Thank you for the thumbs up. I'll try to give you a little bit of a play-by-play too. Stanisic here bringing the ball up the pitch this time. Looking for Guerrero. Finds Guerrero. Finds Ta. Heidenheim is going to be down in a low block. They're going to be very compact, and Bayern's going to have to look to be creative enough to break that down. You know, a guy like Carl would be good at that. Olise, Diaz, Kane. They're going to be good at that, but they're going to have to get it done. Heidenheim has a very good sounding crowd. They're small, but they're mighty. Guerrero, finds Carl. Carl turns it over, though. Carl does turn it over. Heidenheim's going to look to do a quick counter. That's what Heidenheim's going to look to do. They're going to look to very quickly counter in this one, for sure. It's 0-0, though. We just started. We're 5 minutes in, officially crossing the 5-minute mark. Heidenheim 0, Bayern 0. I'm looking to get a big win today. Last night, the Green Bay Packers American football team really had one of the most embarrassing losses you could ever have. Incredibly vile and disgusting to watch. So I'm looking to cleanse myself with this beautiful game and this beautiful Bayern Munich team. Yeah, you know, they lost a match that was actually harder to lose than it would have been to win. They were up by 10 with less than 2 minutes left, and they lost. So pretty tough to do that. It's probably about the equivalent of, I would say, blowing a 3-goal lead in stoppage time alone, if you want a regular football equivalent to that. Pretty tough to do, but Bayern, I think, is gonna cleanse me today. That's the goal. Also cleanse me from last weekend's brutal draw against Mainz. I can't have another one of those on my mind, especially going into the break. But so far so good for Bayern. I mean, they're feeling it out here with this low block that Heidenheim has implemented. Upa and Ta as the center backs are playing so high up. I mean, the entire play is happening inside of Heidenheim's half, really. Olise looking to cross it in. Oh, Diaz, Kane gets it though. Diaz shoots but misses. Deflection. Oh man, Ito ripped a banger in. Ito, it was saved, but um I didn't know Ito had that in him. Ito has that in his bag. Erbig is so far up in the pitch. Heidenheim is closing in on him, but he bombs it away just in time. Erbig really, really playing like Neuer. Funny, but I respect his confidence. He has that aura. Erbig has that in his bag for sure. But Erbig will have to be a little careful because if he gets caught out like that, Heidenheim could slip one in on a counter for sure. So yeah, Bayern has possession again now after a small scare maybe and a couple of good-looking shots. Couple good-looking shots. Ito, man, I'd love nothing more than an Ito goal. I wasn't sure if that guy was ever really going to be able to play again, honestly, when he broke his foot for the third time. So impressive to see him on the pitch ripping off shots like that, I'll say that much. Still 0-0 here. Heidenheim looking to counter. Erbig's going to be there, though. And hopefully trying to start a counter of our own. Man, the Heidenheim fans are doing that little whistle thing. If you watch Bundesliga, you'll know what it is. Um, some people would say that's highly annoying. Carl and Olise trying to link up, but not quite able to finish it off. Heidenheim on the break now, but it's going to be out, and it's going to be Bayern's ball. Yeah, some of us aren't a fan of the whistling. Yeah, just watch it with the sound off, maybe if you got to. But it's that. It almost sounds like it's like it's going in a circle with that noise, that little circular whistling sound. Kind of crazy. All right, Stanisic now finds Goretzka. Goretzka's gonna find Carl. So far, Carl is doing a lot at that 10 roll. Oh, Lise tries to flick it on to Goretzka, who gets taken down in the box and is looking for a foul. I don't think he's gonna get it though. Kane wants a pen too, but I don't think he's gonna get it. Jim is away at his folks' place today. He might be joining us. So if you're really looking for Jim, which I wouldn't blame you if you were, um, he might be joining us. But the Wi-Fi situation over there and the ability to kind of jump on while watching the game and streaming the game might be tough. So we'll see if he joins us. I would just say stay tuned and maybe he'll make an appearance. But he got me this kit, so he's kind of here in spirit in a way. Carl looking to find Guerrero, who finds Kane. Kane out to Ito. Ito and Stanisic so far up into play, and I love it. Kane crosses it in, but it's cleared away by Heidenheim. Bayern has had a number of great crosses into the box, into dangerous areas so far, but just haven't quite got that final touch, that final oomph on it yet. But Olise is looking to put somebody in a blender here, and he does. Don't know if anybody else is there. Stanisic and Olise. Stanisic, oh, a beautiful cross in, probably 6 inches away from the end of Luis Diaz's boot and into the back of the goal. And yeah, that whistling is very disorientating. Yeah, especially when I have headphones on. Like I said, it's kind of crazy. You can definitely see why they do it. Olise goes down, fouled. Looks like a hard foul. I don't think it's going to be a card. But Olise is on the ground grabbing his knee in pain. Frank Schmidt giving instructions to the Heidenheim boys at this point. We'll wait to see what the decision is. Captain Kane, really talking to the refs here. Man, that could be a yellow. I don't know if it's going to be, but Olise, flicks the ball on long ago, doesn't have it, and gets his Achilles tendon stepped on. And Yeah, it's gonna be a free kick. I don't think it's gonna be a card. That's fine. Honestly, to me, it's a little early in the game to be dishing out cards. Really bad challenge though by Heidenheim. Really reckless and wasn't even close to getting the ball. But Olise is gonna whip in a free kick. Oh, oh, Ta with a wonderful header, but a really nice save. Wow. Olise free kick there, a little bit of ping ponging in the box, and Ta gets a great chance at a header. Everybody onside. Man, Ta whipped in that header with force. Honestly, beat the keeper, but it hit his knee. Like the keeper missed it with his hands and it hit his knee. So that's why it didn't go in. But it's going to be a Bayern corner now. And Bayern's gonna look to strike here with Josip Stanisic taking this corner. Kimmich injured, so we're getting Olise on the one side and Stanisic on the other side for corners. And yeah, the whistling, disorientating. Stanisic in. Not the best corner, but Bayern. No, Heidenheim clears it. Bayern looking to get possession back, though, in a dangerous area. Heidenheim does a good job of keeping the ball there, and they're off to the races now on a counter, but Erbig is going to be there. Yeah, he would have been off, but Erbig was there anyways. All right, Bayern looking to calm things down now, get possession. 0-0 still. We're 13 minutes in here. But thanks for joining the live stream. Be sure to leave a like, be sure to comment, and subscribe too. Be sure to subscribe here. Would be great if you did. Yeah, Olise did have eye surgery. You're right. And I thought he wasn't going to play this one, to be honest with you, but he was able to do full team training yesterday, and he's in the starting lineup today. Oh, that's a cross in. But it is cleared, as you could probably tell by the way that I didn't celebrate. Um, yeah, Bayern looking really dangerous with those crosses in, and Heidenheim has done a very nice job of clearing them. But you got to think one of them's going to fall. But that goes out for a corner now. Olise is going to take this corner for Bayern. Let's see what he's got. It's a nice far post. Oh, Stanisic, goal! Goal. Far post. Ta header. Stanisic in. Michael Olise on the corner. It's 1-0 Bayern, baby. 14 minutes in. It was bound to happen. Heidenheim looks pissed. I don't think they're checking for anything. I think everybody was in the right. I don't think there was any kind of horseplay or fouls or anything there. Set piece. Donkeys turning into set piece kings. Bayern Munich, baby. Wow. Michael Olise, beautiful to the far post, and Ta gets that up. Keeper bounces off the keeper off a Ta's header, and Stanisic is right there to clean it up. Nice. Bang is right. Bang is right. I'm so pumped. My camera's moving all over the place. I got to fix things here. Wow. That was awesome. That's how you finish, baby. Ta Naldo is right. That was his second really nice header of the day. So, that one, I guess he doesn't get the assist technically, but he deserves credit for it because that was a beautiful header by Jonathan Ta. All right, Stanisic gets the goal. Really happy for Stanisic as well. He deserves some credit too, I think. He's had some rough games this year, but he's played a lot of games out of position at left back and has done a decent enough job, I've thought, as a backup. All right, so that's Heidenheim 0, Bayern 1. There we go. Get that comment in and get that score sheet updated, baby. Let's go. Deserved goal. Very deserved goal for all parties involved, especially the team as a whole, especially Vincent Kompany. Oh, Ito with a sublime long ball to Luis Diaz. Wow. Diaz might have been off. Oh, no, they're giving a free kick to Heidenheim there. But, man, I didn't know Ito had that in his bag either. That was a really nice ball to Diaz, but he wasn't able to quite do anything with it. Really nice for Stanny. Yeah, really nice. Yeah. Again, I think he's had a couple bad performances, but I think overall he's been more than acceptable as a backup, and he's had to play all across the back line, so I really, really like that for him there. Um, yeah, he just Stanisic, speaking of him, just brought the ball up, but couldn't, connect with anybody. Ito is a great passer. Yeah, I didn't know he could do that. I mean, that what we just saw there from Ito was like line breaking passes like that. If we can have that um consistently from a guy like Ito, that would be huge, I think. Do you think Ito will sign or Ito? Do you think Ito, he's the one making the signings for Bayern, right? No. Do you think Bayern will sign Mark Gahey in January? I don't think so. I think there's a chance he joins in the summer, but I think it's more likely that he doesn't sign with Bayern. I think it's more likely that Upa extends, and I don't know if Ito is gonna wanna make the move to or sorry, Ito, why do I keep saying Ito? I don't think Gahey's gonna wanna make the move to Germany. Ito is on my mind for that pass, though. But maybe. But I don't think it'll be in January. We'll see. I'd love to, get Mark Gahey and extend Upa. I think that'd be great. I think that would be awesome and great. Bayern trying to find another here. So that lead right now puts Bayern 9 points ahead of Dortmund/Leipzig in the Bundesliga table. Let's pull up the standings right now. Bayern at 41 points, Dortmund at 32. Oh, I misspoke. Leipzig is tied with Leverkusen. That's right, because they just lost to Leverkusen yesterday. So Dortmund is alone in second place with 32 points. Leipzig and Leverkusen have 29, and Bayern has 41. Boom. Now I got to fire off a tweet about that goal because last time I was streaming and I tweeted about a goal late, I got called out for it. 1-0 Bayern. 19 minutes in. Kane dropping deep, finding Olise. Man, Olise has been getting roughed up today. That's gotta be a free kick, I think. Olise's Achilles alone has been smashed into oblivion twice by Heidenheim. Wow. Dude, I hope Lenny G scores too. That would be awesome. And Kane. Kane deserves it. Bayern's gonna have a free kick in a very good position now. Very good position for Bayern to have a free kick here. From that unlawful challenge on Michael Olise's poor Achilles tendon, which has been stepped on twice so far. But yeah, we're getting a free kick here. It's 1-0 Bayern. We're 20 minutes in, y'all. Officially at the 20-minute mark. And Mia San Mia. Don't forget that either. So kind of edge of the box, but pretty far to the right side of the pitch. That's where this free kick is taking place from Michael Olise. All right, here we go. Olise off the free kick. Nicely done, but not quite high enough. And Heidenheim is able to deal with it, but it's going to be a Bayern corner now. Certainly going to be a Bayern corner after that free kick was dealt with by Heidenheim. Olise going to take the corner as well. Short corner to Carl, to Guerrero. Guerrero looking for Diaz at the edge of the box. Diaz is going to put a move on someone. Or look to. And now Kane's got it. Welcome in, everybody, to the Always Bayern Chelsea Heidenheim Bayern Munich stream. Please subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Please leave us a like as well. Comment if you'd like. It would mean the world. I love talking to people in the comments, so appreciate any comments or questions or anything like that while we watch this game together here. Now Heidenheim on the break. Heidenheim looking for a quick counter. They're making good oh, wow, okay. Dealt with, though. It's gonna be a goal kick for Bayern. Man, kind of a scary moment there. Heidenheim, they're liable to get a quick counter. They're liable to get a quick counter, I'll say. But yeah, Bayern deals with that chance there. They're gonna look to build themselves. But yeah, let's hope for a Lenny G goal. Let's hope for a Harry Kane goal. Let's hope for just goals, 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 like an early Christmas. We come home and under the tree there's like 5 or 6 goals. That's what I want to see today. That's what I want to see. All right, I'll get a tweet fired off now about that opening goal from the one and only homegrown Josip Stanisic. Upamecano dealing with a Heidenheim defender there. And Guerrero. Urbig doing his best Neuer impression, playing up near the halfway line. Very good from Urbig. But yeah, Bayern is going to look for more. They're not going to be happy with one goal. It is currently 1-0, 23rd minute. That's going to be a free kick for Heidenheim. Upa might be booked for that. The ref is explaining something to Upa, but I don't think he's going to give him a card. But it's certainly a foul. Heidenheim player sells it. It is a foul though, but it was a nice little, you know, sell from the Heidenheim player who did not really get a lot of contact there. Company's pissed though. Company didn't think it should have been a foul at all. Gotta respect Company standing up for his center back though. Gonna be a free kick for Heidenheim now from distance. But nonetheless, Bayern's been so god awful off center set pieces this year that doesn't really matter that it's from distance. It could be dangerous. Really could be. Here it is. Heidenheim heading the ball into the box here. Heidenheim looking dangerous on the edge of the box, shoots and well above the goal. So that's okay. That's okay. We don't mind that. That was one of Heidenheim's first shots. I mean, they've had a couple of like counter opportunities, but haven't really laid in a good shot yet. But they had some good work there in the box, just wasn't able to get off a really threatening shot. Stanisic and Olise linking up really nicely today, though. Stanisic has been instrumental in pushing the ball forward today and got a goal. So great, great so far from Stanisic. He's probably the man of the match. Ta has been great as well. I might put Ta in that category as well. And I've been impressed with Ito too. So looking good. Olise, oh, not quite for Olise. Just firing off that tweet here about that goal so nobody comes after me in the comments. I'm never going to let that guy live that down, by the way. But yeah, we're looking at 25 minutes in, and it is 1-0 Bayern Munich at this point versus Heidenheim. Final match of the, not technically of the Hinrunde, but final match before the winter pause sets in and we go on break. And we open up our presents under the tree, sit around the fire with a nice cup of cocoa, and enjoy the day. Well, Goretzka really pushing it forward here to Carl, and Carl back to Guerrero. Carl and Guerrero are really kind of joining this front line and trying to make something happen in the middle in terms of breaking down this low block from Heidenheim. But yeah, Very dominant game so far from Bayern, I would say. Very much looking to extend that lead, though. Bang in a couple more. That's what we're looking for. Urbik deals with a pass from Upa, but Heidenheim kind of closing in here. Stanisic, not a good pass by Stanisic there. Heidenheim looking to make a equalizing goal here. Really good from Heidenheim. Oh my goodness. A golden opportunity by Heidenheim missed. Wow. A ball slid into the box. Heidenheim burning Bayern Munich's defense. And yeah, just a wrong timed dummy slash attempt at a shot, but he couldn't even get his foot on it. That was the most dangerous Heidenheim has looked all day today. That right there was Heidenheim's best chance at a goal. Unfortunately for them, it did not work. But last couple minutes, Heidenheim has looked good. Heidenheim has actually looked pretty dang dangerous for the last 2 minutes. Cross in, Urbig is there. Nicely picked out of the air by Jonas Urbig, the kid. Jonas, nicely done. Very nicely done. Little nervy from Bayern for the last couple minutes, but overall it's been a dominant showing by Bayern. And then I say it's been a dominant showing and they kind of lose it for a second, but we're looking to get one more. We're looking to bang one more in here. How about that? How about one or two more, maybe three more? Still 1-0 Bayern Munich in the 29th minute. All right, Luis Diaz gonna find Goretzka. (29 minutes), Bayern 1, Heidenheim 0. Karl looking to make a run here. And Heidenheim trying to make a counter from the back happen, and it hasn't quite happened. Jonathan Tah really all over them there. Really, really good game so far from Tah, in my opinion. We're 30 minutes in here, though. And it's Bayern 1, Heidenheim 0. Good to see. If you don't know, Bayern has a long laundry list of players out for this game today. Leimer suspended, Musiala still out, Boué, Pavlovic, Bischoff all ill, and then you got Gnabry. I think Gnabry is out as well. I can't even remember everybody that's out. Nico Jackson is out for AFCON. Kimmich is out injured. So we just got a lot of guys who are not quite ready to go for this one. But, a team like Bayern should still be able to beat a team like Heidenheim, even with those conditions, if you ask me. So gonna have to get another goal, though. I think if we really want to stick it to them, we're gonna have to get another goal. Because anybody can score a goal here and there. You need that 2-goal lead. Kane with a wonderful ball to Stanisic. Stanisic to Karl. Karl crossing it in, looping it in. Oh, Ito with a chance. Ito. Oh, and that's Olise. That's a goal. That's that second goal. That's that second goal I wanted. There we go. That's going to count. Olise with the celebration for his eye surgery. He covers up his eye that he just had surgery on and points to the dome. Man, you gotta love that. 2-0 Bayern Munich. Get this old scorecard out of Dodge, and that's gonna be the second goal of the match. A little bit of breathing room right now for the Bavarians. Looped in by Leonard Karl. Holy hell, the keeper tries to save it, deflects out to Ito. Ito kicks it in, and Olise, off of another deflection, is in the right place at the right time. Hell yeah, baby. 2-0 Bayern Munich. Let's go. Let's just go. Let's get a good win right here before Christmas. Everybody has a good holiday. Otherwise, I'm going to be a Grinch. If we lose this game, I'm going to come into Christmas like a Grinch, and nobody's going to want that. Bang. Bang again. You're right. Man, Olise took that out of the air and covers up his eye for the celebration. A one-eyed goal from the man who just had eye surgery the other day. I can't believe he's playing, honestly. I'm not going to lie. Let's go. Let's go indeed, Maddie. No Grinches this Christmas for me. Don't worry about it. Big up. Big up, big up. 2-0 Bayern. We're closing in on the 33rd minute of the match. Let's go. Final match before the winter break in Germany. Bayern 2, Heidenheim nothing. And Jonathan Todd dealing with a ball there. Kane's going to try to whip it around. Kane with a lot of space in midfield. Kane making a wonderful run. Kane can burn defenders? Kane can burn defenders? Old man Kane has that in his bag? Karl finds Stanisic. And Stanisic finds nobody. Dang, I didn't know Kane had that in his bag. Bang, 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 bang is right. Yes, another early Christmas present for me from Munich. Stay tuned here. You should probably subscribe to this Always Bayern Chelsea channel if you want to see the other Christmas gifts coming from Munich. So Kane right now is leading the Bundesliga with 18 goals, and the next is 8. Lise is right. Yeah, that's really good. I might have to tweet that. I might have to take that idea and tweet it. That's really good. Check this out too. I got the perfect picture for it. I got the perfect picture for it saved on my phone. Let me show you this. See that? Big Mike looking cute there in the tunnel with a selfie. That's Lise right there. Soak it in. All right, a free kick there off of Leonard Karl. Got taken down, but Olise wasn't able to do anything with that free kick. Lise, I should say, wasn't able to do anything with that free kick. But yeah, it's been a good start for Bayern. It's 2-0. 2-0 after that Michael Olise goal. Yeah, I'm gonna have to tweet that. What a goal! I mean, really nicely done by a lot of players there. Karl, especially to start that one off. But yeah. Nicely done, nicely done. I think I'm just gonna keep this Lise comment pinned. It's so good. Bang, bang, boom. 35th minute here. Bayern still dominating this match in particular. I wonder what the possession is here. I'll have to look that up at halftime and give everybody some stats, but it's got to be like 75% to 25 at least. Honestly, it's probably like 85% Bayern at this point. But yeah, old man skipper Harry Captain Kane is looking to bust a move too. All right, here comes the Lise tweet. Leonard Karl bending ball in to start off that goal. Karl's getting fouled again. Going to be a free kick again for Bayern. I'm surprised the ref hasn't issued cards yet. Not like any of these fouls are super like egregious or anything. I just feel like Heidenheim's kind of getting sloppy, and the fouls are racking up where I feel like you eventually just card somebody. but the ref's talking to Frank Schmidt, so yeah, I don't know. 82% possession Bayern. Very good. Very, very good. Thanks for doing a numbers crunch on that. Thanks for doing a numbers crunch on that. That's why we're getting married, because you're doing my numbers crunches in the background. Pretty good. Pretty good. We'll have to put the Super Cup on the TV during the wedding for sure. Okay, gotta finish this tweet now. It's gonna Stanisic is gonna yeah, big love. Stanisic is gonna be taking this free kick. Olise didn't do a good job, I guess. Now it's Stanny. Bending ball in. Kane! Oh! Kane took this shot out of the air back to the goal somehow. And the keeper had to actually make a nice save. It was one of those that you just kind of throw up there and and like pray, but somehow it was actually a really good shot. Kind of crazy. Okay. We're getting close to halftime here, folks. Getting close, but it is Bayern Munich 2, Heidenheim nil, baby. Bayern has had a number of wonderful crosses into the box today, and you know, it's bound that one of them is going to lead to a goal, and it did. And also a corner. A corner led to a goal for the Bavarians as well. Rafa Guerrero looking for something here, crossing it into a big fat nobody. Diaz, though, finds it. Finds it from the Heidenheim player's foot. Oh, Diaz slips and falls on his butt. Diaz was honestly been a little quiet tonight. Maybe he's rusty from the thousands of matches he's been suspended, but has had a great season so far for Bayern Munich. At his first season in Munich, he's been awesome, Luis Diaz. Even though he just fell on his butt there, he's still been awesome. Yes, welcome into the stream here, and what a shot by Kane. Yeah, it was so weird because it was one of those where like you don't think he has a shot at making a good shot. And then the keeper actually has to react and make a really nice save. But Heidenheim's looking to get one back here before the break. We're approaching the 40th minute. Um, yeah, that would have been a sensational shot. Kane with a boatload of space here. He's going to wait for Olise to make a run, but try to find Diaz. And honestly, a rare Kane poor pass there. I will say that was not a good pass from the skipper. He's had some good ones today, but that one right there was not. But yeah, welcome into the stream, everybody. We're watching Bayern Munich and Heidenheim, and it's almost halftime. Really is almost halftime here. 5 minutes away from stoppage. So 2-0 Bayern, though. I'll throw my little score back up here. 2-0. Bayern is looking very, very dominant today. So it's a good start from the boys, I would say. Very good start from Bayern Munich here. 2-0, 40 minutes in. But just a really dominant effort. And you can't imagine it's going to get any easier for Heidenheim in the second half. I wouldn't think, and I certainly wouldn't hope. Certainly would not hope. Heidenheim's going to look to get one back, though. We'll see. We'll see. We will see what happens here. Oh, Heidenheim with some space in the box on a cross, but it's going to be wide of the goal. And the score is going to remain 2-0. But Heidenheim, that was another one of their more dangerous efforts. Stanisic kind of just let the ball get by him there. Wasn't great, but it ultimately did not end up hurting us. So, we take it. We take it, everybody. Ho, ho, ho. Hey, ho. Where's Jim? Jim is away at his folks' house, and maybe he'll be able to join us. So stay tuned if he can. But um, might be tough to stream the match as well as join a stream, technology wise, internet wise. But I would stay tuned because he said he might join us. So we'll see if he does. Um, but do not fret. He's okay, and we're not beefing. He just got me this kit, actually. Wow, Ito rips off a shot about 20 rows into the stands, but it makes me smile whenever I see Ito ripping off a shot. I'll say that much. Makes me smile seeing Ito on the pitch. I'm not going to lie. I mentioned it before, but I really did not think he was, um, you know, I thought there was a chance he might not ever play football again when he broke his foot 3 times in a row. So really good to see him on the pitch, even if his shot does go about 20 rows into the stands. Ito's been good today, so I'm not dogging the guy. But yeah, Jim is at his folks' house. Might be joining us. Um, but if not, you got me. So if if not, you can ask me any question you wanted to ask me when Jim has been in the room, but you haven't been able to ask me because Jim's been in the room for some reason. Fire away. And be sure to subscribe, be sure to like, and be sure to comment. Diaz, ball stolen, man. Diaz is looking really rusty today. Diaz is looking really, really rusty today. That's okay. I love his effort. I love his spirit. Just hasn't been good. 43rd minute of the match. Bayern Munich 2, FC Heidenheim 0. Heidenheim crowd has been really good, though. Got to give it to him. Respect to the Heidenheim crowd. That's the one thing I'll say. Respect to the FC Heidenheim crowd. They've been good so far. But yeah, Bayern Munich's up 2-0. The final match here before the old winter pause in Germany. But don't think that we're going to be going anywhere at always Bayern Chelsea just because Bayern's not playing. Chelsea's still playing, and you know what? I might have to come through with a bunch of crazy cool video for you guys. States of the season, Bundesliga rankings, player rankings. I got a lot of good ideas for what I could do during this holiday break. And who knows? Maybe Santa will drop me off something from Munich, and you'll love to see it. Oh, Kane makes a nice move. Oh, I think Stanisic was going to be offside. So Kane made a nice move in the box there. The ball was approaching Stanisic for a shot, but Stanisic didn't go for it. I think he was off. I think that's why he didn't go for it. Do you guys live in Milwaukee, Wisconsin, and are you from Milwaukee? Great question. Thank you for asking the question. We do live in Milwaukee. Jim and I both live in Milwaukee. We are actually neighbors right now, believe it or not. We live right down the street from each other. I did live with Jim actually for a bit in Milwaukee. Jim and I, so the story of our friendship is we met each other in kindergarten. We grew up in a little village outside of Milwaukee called Menominee Falls. And we met each other in kindergarten when we were 5 years old. And we both have the same birthday. So we kind of instantly became best friends, as you do when you're 5 years old. And it has remained to this day, Jim and I being best buds. We went to the same college together in a town called Whitewater in Wisconsin, a small town as well. We lived together a little bit in college for 2 years in college. We lived together. And now we're neighbors in Milwaukee. We both live in Milwaukee now, and we're neighbors, and we're still best buds. So happily ever after, perhaps. But yeah, that's going to be halftime. We only had 1 minute of stoppage. Really good half for Bayern there, I would say. I'll pull up some stats here and we can talk stats, we can talk statistics. But the score is 2-0. And why don't I put up a little halftime thing here. But yeah, thanks for asking that question about our friendship. That's kind of a sweet thing to talk about. I love talking about friendship. I love friendship. I love love. And speaking of love, my fiance dropping in a question here. Who do you want to see a goal from next half? Great question. I want to see a goal from we love love. We absolutely love it. Um, who do I want to see a goal from the most? That's a good question. Um, Jonas Erbig, the keeper. I think it'd be amazing if the keeper scored. No, but I mean, I always love seeing Kane goals. I think he's the best player in the world. So like the more goals he gets, um, the better his case is for that, I guess. Um, but outside of that, I think I want to see a Hiroki Ito goal just because we've been talking about it a little bit in this stream. But I feel so bad for the guy. He's had such bad injury luck with those broken feet. And having a guy like that on your team, like not necessarily a starter, but like a kind of depth guy in the back line, if he could like pop in some goals, that'd be awesome for his confidence and like really awesome for the team to be able to count on your like backups. I think is the way that you go far in all competitions that you're in. Um, so that's what I want to see. That's what I want to see. All right, halftime here. We love love so much that we're gonna get married. That's the thing. All right, Goretzka needs one. Yeah, he does. Goretzka needs one. Goretzka, I've been saying Goretzka is due for a goal all year. I don't think he's scored this year, but he is due. So it'd be nice to see Goretzka in. And yeah, everybody, welcome on in. It's halftime at the Bayern match. It's 2-0 Bayern Munich. Bayern's looking good. Be sure to like and subscribe. Really helps us out here. Davies off the bench. Man, would that be nice. I would love to see Alphonso Davies pop one in off the bench. Yeah, that's a good answer. It's a really good answer. Yes, Merry Christmas from Barcelona. Thank you. Merry Christmas to you too. It's all in good fun. We all have this awesome footballing community and footballing, global relationship here. So I appreciate all the comments, appreciate the likes and subscribes. Yeah, and I love talking to people from around the world. So Merry Christmas from Milwaukee, Wisconsin. How about that? Yes, like and subscribe. Thank you very much for that. I appreciate the love. It means a lot. Love hearing from you. And guess what? I uh I am a big Hansi Flick fan. You might know that, but I'm a big Hansi Flick fan. So while I don't like support Barcelona, I do like to see Flick do well. So that's enough common ground for us. That's maybe a little bit of a Christmas miracle. And if I had to pick, here's another Christmas miracle. If I had to pick, I would pick Barcelona over Real Madrid, I think. So there you go. Yeah, Kane does look a little bit tired. He does look a little bit tired. He's doing more from the standpoint of midfield today. Like he's dropping deeper. He's had some nice passes. He has been in the box as well, but yeah, he's been more of a facilitator today necessarily. So, but I think that's okay in a match like this, just because Heidenheim's obviously going to be in a low block, and he might not get much service or much space at all if he were to just sit in the box today. So I'm okay with how he's played, but I think the break is going to do him well. Let's just say that. Oh no way, you met Giannis? That's awesome. Yeah, I've been next to Giannis. I haven't I didn't talk to him, but I was actually next to him one time in Milwaukee. It's kind of tough. Like when you're in public, I think it's hard to like stop a famous person, especially if nobody else is like talking to them. I don't know. I feel like maybe they want to go about their day, so that's why I didn't say anything to him. But yeah, he looks like insane when you see him in person, like you're saying. Like it's not normal at all. his body like doesn't make sense. So that's really cool that you met him though. Especially, did you meet him in Barcelona or what? Because I want to know more about that story. That's really cool. That's really cool. He's a hero. Giannis is a hero here in Milwaukee, and I hope he doesn't get traded. Hope he stays in Milwaukee for his whole career. I would say that's looking more and more unlikely every day, but yeah, he's absolutely a hero. Yeah, and it's really awesome and fun to go to Bucks games, especially when they were really good for those playoff games. The way that they do it here in Milwaukee, the stadium, it's called the Fiserv Forum, the Bucks basketball arena. There's this whole like area outside of it where when they were really good, everybody in the city would just gather around and watch the games on big screens outside outside the stadium. And I live close enough to be able to walk down there, so did that a lot, and it was just awesome. And literally like tens of thousands of people outside celebrating this team. When the Bucks won that championship a few years ago, it was the first time they had won a championship in 50 years. So it was this moment of like super, super awesome community. Every kind of community member was out and about and celebrating, people dancing on cars. It was awesome. All right, watching from Atlanta, Georgia. Afternoon chill. Going back to Austria after my birthday on the 29th. Nice. Nice. Do you live in Atlanta or do you live over in Austria? That's cool though. I have been to Atlanta and I did like it. It was very hot. It was very hot compared to Milwaukee, but it was awesome. And yeah, and happy birthday too. Or early birthday, I guess, if it's not till the 29th. But that's awesome. Thanks for joining us. He was over in Spain a few years ago with family. Yeah, that's awesome. That's awesome. Yeah. Was he nice? Was he nice when you met him? He seems like he's a relatively like down to earth guy, kind of easy enough to talk to, I would think. I'm going to ignore this comment here. I'm going to put it up for such a short time because Kyle Kuzma is a player who I don't think I ever want to watch on a basketball court ever again. So let's just go past that there. Yeah, happy early birthday. And thanks for joining in. It's halftime here at Heidenheim. I forget what their arena is called over there. Let me look it up. It's like something Heidenheim. Heidenheim is in the name, I believe. Heidenheim Voith Arena. At the Heidenheim Voith Arena, it is 2-0. Bayern's winning at halftime, and I can rest easy, and I can have a good holiday too, really, because they're the ones that decide that. It's nobody else. It's not up to me. If I have a good holiday, it's up to Bayern. So it's very good so far. Nice. Yeah, so Giannis was nice when you met him. Good banter, very nice to your children. Awesome. Yeah, he is a family man. He very much is a family man. That's awesome. That's awesome. Oh, Jim's entering the studio. Let's go. From your phone, it looks like.
What's up?
Wait, I don't know if I can hear you. Say something.
Check, 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 check.
Okay, there we go. You're in now.
Beautiful.
All right, welcome. Welcome, James. Are you listening? Are you listening to something? I can hear some sort of karaoke thing going on.
What? Really?
Yeah. It's
No, I'm not. Like music?
Wait a minute. Oh no, that's on my end. Sorry.
Okay.
Sorry. Okay, there we go. I had to mute something on my end. Holy cow! I got a million tabs. Things are going on. Very nice. Yeah, Giannis is a family man. We got a commenter in here who has met Giannis in Spain.
That's crazy.
Repping the MKE shirt too.
Yeah, Giannis has like 5 kids now, I think.
Yeah, he is a family man. All right, from Austria, but living in Atlanta the past too much. Oh, going to college here. Oh, awesome. Awesome. Love to hear it. Atlanta was cool. Kind of hot, but cool.
Colleging in Atlanta? Are we talking Georgia Tech, Georgia State?
Yeah, what are we talking about? And what are you studying? If you don't mind, I'd love to hear about it. It's our halftime banter here. Did you go to Georgia Tech when we were in Atlanta, or like the Falcon Stadium or something?
Yeah, I went to the Georgia Dome before they tore it down, and then also, yeah, we briefly walked around Georgia Tech. Nice campus.
Nice. I really liked that that park in the middle of downtown with I think there's like a Ferris wheel there.
Millennium Park, I want to say it's called. I could be wrong, though.
Yeah, that I liked that place. And I also went to a Waffle House in Atlanta, and I liked that too. So there we go. Only time I've ever been to a Waffle House. They don't have those up here. Piedmont. All right. Did you catch the first half?
I did not, no. Was hanging out with Liv.
That's fine.
Was in the sauna this morning.
Do your parents have a sauna, or did you like go somewhere?
Do my parents have a sauna? Yeah, my dad got this thing.
What? I didn't know that. Since when?
He got it like maybe a month ago.
Oh, well.
Just a big sauna guy now.
I mean, that's awesome. I love a sauna. I actually have one at work, and I used to use it all the time, but I haven't used it in a while.
Yeah, they're nice. Very nice.
They're really nice. Okay, let me see if I can pull up some stats. But yeah, so right now Bayern up 2-0, meaning they extended their lead to 9 points over Dortmund in the table, who has 32 points. Bayern has 41, and then Leipzig and Leverkusen both have 29. Okay, here's some stats for you. Bayern 73% possession, 10 shots to Heidenheim's 2, 5 shots on target for Bayern, 0 for Heidenheim. It's really been domination, like Bayern just owning all the possession. Heidenheim in a low block, Bayern just banging crosses into the box, and one of them fell, and then they also scored on a corner. They've had a million corners just because.
Nice.
Yeah, Heidenheim is so low and so compact. But yeah, Stanisic scored off of a corner, and Olise is taking the corners now because obviously Kimmich is injured. Far post corner, Ta heads it, deflects, I believe, and then Stanisic scores. That was the first goal.
What's going on in here?
Live on YouTube. Yeah.
College in-state university business field. All right. Very nice. Very nice. Well, I hope you rule the world and come out an educated man and take things over world domination style. But yeah, the second goal was Olise. So Carl whipped in a bending ball into the box. Ito, I believe, fired off a shot, deflected off of a Heidenheim player, and then Olise was there for the deflection to put it in.
Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful.
Yeah. Ito's looking really nice. I'm not going to lie. A couple really nice passes from like
playing center back?
Left back. We got Ta and Upa at center back. Ta is having a really nice game as well. Stanisic as well too. Like Ito and Stanisic are just so far forward. Even Ta and Upa are far forward, and Goretzka is kind of dropping back a little bit to make a back three essentially, but it's really a back one, and it's Urbig. That's how deep Heidenheim is.
No surprise Ta's playing well against a lesser opponent.
Yes. We got a birthday coming up. The players are coming back out on the pitch. Frank Schmidt is rallying his boys. He was having a really nice long conversation with Kompany before the match.
Love that. Love that.
Yeah, it was
Well,
wonderful.
I may have to catch it on my phone then the second half.
Yeah, up to you. Feel free to join in whenever you want or dip out and watch whenever you want. I'll be here.
I'll dip out here and I might pop in later.
Well, thanks for joining in at halftime. The fans have all been asking about you.
Well, the fans, you got to keep them anticipating, you know.
I told them we're not beefing, and you're just away.
Nice. You can say we're beefing. It adds more intrigue.
Well, I got the kid on, so you're kind of here in spirit. I said at least.
True. Nice. All right, I'll probably hop on a little bit later then.
Cool. Yeah, second half is about to
Bayern.
get started. Go Bayern.
Whoops. Almost hit end the stream.
Don't do that. Don't end the stream. We got so many people watching for the second half here. And thank you to everybody for watching. Please like and please subscribe if you're new here. Would mean the world. Would really mean the world. As Jim looks for the leave studio button, which has got to be somewhere on there. Let's take him off the screen. Appears to be frozen. Gotta make myself full screen again. But yeah, it's halftime, everybody, and we're about to get underway. The ref is checking in with things, and kickoff for the second half is imminent. It's about to happen in less than a second here. And we're off. Underway for the second half. Bayern Munich 2, FC Heidenheim 0. Let's go. Let's finish this one off strong, and let's have a really good holiday. Let's have the best holiday we've ever had while we're here. All right, second half underway. Oh, this is different stats I'm seeing here than the ones that they put up on the screen, but this says 80% possession to Bayern, which feels more like it. And 6 on-target shots to 0. That's more like it. Phila Jackson's signing was just to swindle Bayern fans as a Kane backup and nothing else. What do you guys make of it? Heidenheim on the break here. It's Ibrahimovic, but Guerrero is there to swoop it up. Ibrahimovic on loan from Bayern Munich, by the way. Oh, Kane gets ruthlessly fouled. Heidenheim, man, they looked shot out of a cannon for a second there. Oh, man. All right, Jackson signing. What do I make of it? I think Bayern needed another depth piece this summer because you got to remember, too, this is before the meteoric rise of Lennart Karl, and we didn't know exactly what we had in a player like Karl at that point. I don't think Jackson really has a role on this team. I think he's a guy that I like to have on my bench. Oh, Kane with a really nice ball. Oh, Karl blows it over the net. Yeah, I think Jackson's a guy I like to have on my bench. I don't think I can ever rely on him to kind of like come in and like win a game for you type thing. I think he is good enough to start a few games here and there to give Kane a rest, which I think is very valuable in the long term of a season. But I don't think Bayern should sign him after this year unless it's an insane deal, because I don't think he's going to have a role, especially when Musiala comes back. I think we'll see his minutes basically dwindle to nothing. Kane with a nice ball in, but Guerrero was the recipient and wasn't able to get there. Guerrero not quite speedy enough to make things happen there. But yeah, welcome into the stream here. Bayern Munich versus Heidenheim. It's 2-0. The second half is underway, and I'd like to invite you to subscribe. I'd like to invite you to like, please, and to comment, and also look at this new mug. Maddie and I got this as a gift yesterday. Look at it though; it's kind of nice. It's like almost a Stein, but doesn't really have a top. It's heavy. It's really got some weight to it, which I like that in a coffee mug. I'm not swinging it around, spilling shit everywhere, so I like that. But yeah, it's got some deer on it. We were talking about the Bucks earlier. It's a very Wisconsin vibes. But yeah, Bayern's gonna hopefully look to score another and really put this game to bed. We have seen them blow a 2-0 lead before, so let's get 3 goals. How about that? How about we get another one? Would be nice. But yeah. I have to imagine Heidenheim will get more tired, but there's always the chance that Bayern um, slips up, especially on a set piece. That's what I mean to say. Thank you, liking the mug. No, so Maddie and I got this as a present from one of Maddie's friends who found it in a thrift store, like a secondhand store, and said, "You know what? This reminds me of you guys. I'm gonna get it for you." Very nice, very sweet gesture, and it's awesome. Got it yesterday, and I'm already loving it. So it's pretty sweet. Man, Olise was making a nice move in there, but got taken down. Ibrahimovic, the Bayern loanee, looking like a beast to start off this second half. He's looking like the best Heidenheim player, and just passed it out of bounds as I said that. So maybe not. But yeah, I don't think Ibrahimovic is going to come back to Bayern. I'd be surprised. I would imagine he'll get sold in the summer. I'm not sure if Heidenheim has the money to buy him necessarily, but I would have to imagine he'll get sold maybe to a different Bundesliga club. I think he can be a Bundesliga level player, but probably not a Bayern Munich level player. So yeah, we'll see. Bayern looking to poke in another here. After a pretty strong start to the second half from Heidenheim, but really nothing to show for it. Oh, Diaz, nicely done. Crosses it in, but Olise can't quite head it into the back of the net. Do you follow the NFL? Yeah, so I am a Green Bay Packers fan. Green Bay, Wisconsin is about 2 hours from Milwaukee, and my grandma actually was from Green Bay. So if you know anything about the NFL or Green Bay is a small town. The Packers are the only American football team that is actually the only American sports team that's owned by the fans, similar to the Bundesliga clubs. Leonard Carl tries to sneak it in, but the keeper's there. So Packers are the only American sports team that's owned by the fans like Bundesliga teams are. And so there's a massive following of the Packers in Wisconsin. So we love our Packers in Wisconsin. Brutal loss yesterday, though, to the Bears. So I do follow the NFL. Grew up actually as more of an American football fan. Ibrahimovic tried to cross it in there, but Guerrero was actually there to clear it, which is really nice. Yes, thank you for the suggestion. Do you know of any apps or anything that I could use to do that? Because I've been trying to figure it out, and I can't figure out how to get a clock in StreamYard. That's what I use, StreamYard. Diaz with a shot. It's saved. Kane! Oh my, off the inside of the post. Oh, that was the chance for Kane. Wow, Kane rarely misses those. So Diaz with a nice shot, but it actually goes off Carl's back to Kane. Kane puts the defender on a spin cycle. I think it gets deflected. Yeah, it might have got deflected. It looked like it was going in, but it hit the inside of the post. But yeah, let me know if you have any suggestions for how the hell I can get a clock into StreamYard, because I've been looking into that. I think it'd be great. Um, I think it'd be great. I'll have to do some more research on that potentially over the break. And as we look to do more streams here, um, we're we're trying to do more streams basically. Um, our show started as a podcast. The podcast hosting platform that we used basically screwed us into paying an outrageous amount of money. We don't make money on this yet unless you all subscribe. So we couldn't justify that, and now we turned it into just a YouTube show. We're gonna be doing more streams, basically. And I'll have to figure out how to get a clock, because that would be awesome. Let me know if anybody out there knows how to get a clock in here in StreamYard. Yeah, Atlanta Falcons. Yes. Yeah, they're having a little bit of a rough go at it lately. The Falcons I think they kind of need to figure out their future, you know what I mean? In terms of like quarterback and some big skill players. I think they need to kind of figure those things out and then build around that. But yeah, I obviously I don't follow the Falcons super closely. I'm in the weeds with the Packers, but NFL is so big here in the States that I loosely know about the Falcons. But yeah. 55 minutes into the second half here. I'll try to update you verbally on the clock more often. Heidenheim with a cross in. Dangerous, but Leon Goretzka. Oh! Heidenheim off the bar. Wow. Heidenheim is looking for a penalty. Wow. Heidenheim is looking dangerous in the second half. Holy smokes, Bayern. Poke another one, boys. Literally off the bar. Literally off the bar. Wow. Wow. That was a dangerous look from Heidenheim, but Elise to Kane. Kane, the keeper's way out. There's no one there with Kane, though. Oh, damn, that would have been a good shot. Carl is fearless. Carl shoots it, but it's deflected again. Carl now to Ito. Man, oh man, is Carl absolutely fearless. Holy wow. Wow. Oh my goodness. Subscribed, put your email in the description and I'll send you. Oh man, thank you for subscribing. I really appreciate that. Olise is there. Kane. Oh, Kane. Kane gets taken down. Kane's going to be looking for a pen, but I don't think it was enough. All right. Yeah, I'll put my email right here. It should be in the description of our channel as well. But it's always BayernChelsea@gmail.com. So I'll give you a comment here with it. But yeah, I appreciate that. I'd love to figure out if you have any suggestions too for a scorecard. I'd love to hear all of it. Scorecard, as well as clock, anything that could make the stream better. Again, we're trying to do more from the standpoint of streaming. So yeah, it would be awesome. Man, this game has been end to end this second half so far. I'll say that. But yeah, so for the Bayern Chelsea game, I had a scorecard in the stream, but what I literally did was I made like every variation of possible scores from 0-0 to 3-3, which is like a ton of different combinations if you think about it. I made all of those in Photoshop and it took me forever, like so long where I couldn't do that for every game that we stream. Just because it took forever to make all those scorecards in Photoshop. So I'd love to figure out how to do one that I could like change live in the stream, like I do with this comment here, but that looks a little nicer, if that makes sense. Yeah. Thank you. Appreciate it. Yeah, okay. So third in NFC. Oh, yeah. The Buccaneers still winning in that division? Buccaneers started off the season really good and then really fell off. I think they're like 7-7 or something now. That division, man, not a good division. Yeah. Panthers aren't very good. The Saints aren't very good, and yeah, the Falcons are not good enough this year either. So that's a kind of rough division. Oh, Ito cleared away though. 2-0. Bayern showing some signs of life now. Big up, Adam. Adam, I like your new logo. It's pretty cool. Your profile picture, I should say. Big up though. Really big up. Yes, sir. Welcome in. Thank you for watching the stream, man. I appreciate the comments. I appreciate all the likes and subscriptions from everybody as well. But yeah, it's 2-0 Bayern right now. It's the 59th minute of the match. Here's my email again for you. Always BayernChelsea@gmail.com. Yes. Yeah. That was a rough Super Bowl, man. That was a really rough Super Bowl. I was rooting for you guys in that Super Bowl. I wanted the Falcons to beat the Patriots that year. I remember watching that one. I mean, that was one of the worst collapses in Super Bowl history. Everything that could have possibly went wrong for the Falcons, that game did. So, all right, thank you. Yeah, let me know, man, if you have any recommendations for how to get a clock or a better scorecard in StreamYard. I'd love to hear it. Yeah, Buccaneers are still first. They started off the year really, really good. Baker Mayfield started off the year on absolute fire. Oh, yes. Okay, Adam. Yes, where's James? So Jim popped in at halftime. He's actually at his parents' house, so he's not able to like watch a match as well as stream at the same time. Internet-wise, technology-wise, just doesn't work. So he popped in at halftime. Rewind that if you want to see what's up with Jim. But yeah, I mean, his real name is James, so don't worry about it. But yeah, he'll try to pop in later. So stick around, and maybe if everybody subscribes and likes and comments, he'll come back for you. But yeah, big up to him indeed. Yes, the holiday. Heidenheim is about to take a free kick from a really dangerous area. Back to the match for a second. Enough NFL. Now I'll still talk NFL if you want, but Ibrahimovic is going to try to put some damage on his former team, or team that he's loaned from, I should say. He's still on loan, I believe, technically from Bayern. Free kick in. Ooh, nicely cleared by Guerrero, I think. Yeah, Guerrero has had a couple of nice clearances. Weird. Oh, man, Heidenheim with a great chance again. All right, no goal kick. It's going to be a throw-in for Bayern. Yes, happy holidays, Adam. Whatever you celebrate, happy holidays. It is the kind of holiday stream. Technically, it's the final match for Bayern before the winter pause. We got our holiday hats on in our thumbnail, and Bayern's winning 2-0. 2-0. Being all cool, man. That's what I'm trying to be. Cool. I'll get there someday. Yeah, Jim. Yeah. Away at the folks' house. Unable to join for the full stream, but he'll pop in. He was here at halftime. Said hi to everybody. All right, Bayern. Yeah, Bayern is absolutely controlling the game outside of a brief stretch in the beginning of the second half where Heidenheim popped off and looked really aggressive. Bayern has been controlling the game. Second half has been more open. First half was literally Heidenheim in a block so low that there were 4 or 5 buses in front of the goal. Gnabry subbing in for Carl here for Bayern and instantly making an impact, but can't complete the final pass. Gnabry on a counter had Diaz and Olise streaking on the sides of him, but just could not complete the final pass. Although respect to the instant impact from Serge Gnabry coming in from Lennart Karl. Not Karl's best game, but I'm not too pressed about it because the kid has been incredible. But Heidenheim has been a lot more aggressive this half. Jonas Erbig stepping up, making a close save there at the edge of the box. Erbig has been very good so far. Erbig has been very aggressive, playing very high, but Heidenheim is now playing aggressive. You know, they had that low block the first half, looking to counter. It didn't work, and now they're looking to be aggressive. But Bayern's going to look to expose that aggression and poke in a third goal, which I think would really put this game to bed. 2 goals from open play. One was from open play, one was from a corner. I'll tell you exactly how they happened after I watch Luis Diaz do something incredible right here. And he passes to Ito. Guerrero gonna cross it in. Just miss Olise. It's gonna be a Bayern corner. Which, speaking of, Adam, Bayern scored off of a corner. The first goal was so first half, 3 buses in the box parked by Heidenheim. Bayern was looping crosses in. Bayern was playing very well, just controlling everything. And the first goal was a corner. Olise taking the corners with Kimmich out injured. Far post, Ta headed it. I believe it got deflected, and then Stanisic scored it. Now, that Gnabry corner does not go so well. But yeah, so Stanisic scored off of a corner. Far post, Ta headed it over, and Stanisic scored. And then the second goal was from Michael Olise. Lennart Karl looped in a beautiful cross. Ito, I believe, put up a shot on that one, got deflected, and Olise was there to put it in. So the open play one, technically, I don't think there was an assist since it got deflected, but Ito put in the shot and it bounced off a Heidenheim player, and Olise scored it. Villa up 2-1 versus United. Wow. Okay. Oh, Kane is going to be there in the box to Stanisic. Dangerous area. Stanisic pops it up high as heck. The keeper thinks that Kane had a handball in the box there. Let's see. Oh, I don't think it was a handball. It was close. But Kane, off the keeper, and the keeper and Kane kind of get into a little scuff there. Really admire Tom Brady's leadership. Would have hoped him to be a Falcon. Yeah, it would have been better for the Falcons, that's for sure. Yeah, I mean, Tom Brady, 6 Super Bowls, maybe 7? But either way, the most in history, and one of the best athletes of all time. And Harry Kane's friend, believe it or not. Yeah. I respect Tom Brady, but I'm not a fan because he never played on my team. So respect him. Crazy we won against Dortmund and Leverkusen, but drew to last place Mainz. Trust me, I think it's crazy as well. I think it's crazy as well, and I'm not over it yet. I'm still not over it, but hey, that's football. It's what makes the Bundesliga exciting. You know, anything can happen. You wouldn't have expected it, but Bayern, they played well that game, but just nothing fell. I mean, they played well outside of not finishing their chances, and absolutely nothing fell for them. So that's how it went. That's how it went, but it's still 2-0 here. Bayern beating Heidenheim. Oh man, great chance for Heidenheim. Erbig. Sensational. I think Erbig got a hand on that. If he did, that was a wonderful, wonderful save. Heidenheim's best opportunity of the game, for sure. For sure, just happened there. Holy shit. Yeah, I think that was Ibrahimovic who got the shot off, and it just went above the bar, and Erbig might have got a hand on that to flip it above the bar, which would have been insane by Erbig if he did. Wow. Yeah, the open play goal was from that Karl cross in. Really nice cross, and Ito eventually got the shot off, then it got deflected, and so probably no assister, technically. Alright, Bayern's looking to counter now. Bayern has had some good opportunities in this half, though. They just haven't put them in. Both teams have had some good opportunities. Ito just misses. Ito's been really aggressive into the attack today, and I love it. Yeah, Ito tried to bend one in there, but couldn't do it. Was that Ibrahimovic? Okay. It was, and I don't know if Urbig got a hand on it, to be honest. Man. Thoughts on Chelsea? Came back to draw Newcastle 2-2. Yeah, so once this game finishes, we're gonna record our reaction to Bayern. Recorded one for Chelsea yesterday, so that'll be out soon. So stay tuned for that one. Everybody watching this video, just know you can subscribe to our YouTube channel at Always Bayern Chelsea here. You can like, you can comment, but especially if you subscribe, you'll see that reaction to that video coming out soon. I thought that Chelsea, one of the worst halves of Chelsea's season, that first half, Newcastle dominated. Nick Valdemade got a brace. And then the second half, Chelsea looked really good. The second half was kind of end to end, and Chelsea looked better, and it was a fun match. Really one of the most fun Chelsea matches of the year. So a draw feels good for Chelsea in that one. Saw him in Munich in 2022. Is that Tom Brady you're talking about? Did he play in a game in Munich in 22? Usually, was he on the Buccaneers at that point? Did they play in Munich in 2022? Maybe. Morgan Rogers, incredible versus Man U. All right. Is it still 2-1? Oh, here's somebody talking about Villa. Here's somebody. Hey, Deontay, what's up? Is it 2-1 Villa right now? Oh, a header for Heidenheim. Man, just misses. Heidenheim has had some good chances this second half. We're in the 70th minute, and Alphonso Davies is coming on. Newcastle fans gutted. Yeah, Newcastle kind of choked that game. They had a really good first half. And the second half was so end-to-end. Man, Heidenheim is looking like a different team this half. Bayern's had a few chances, haven't put them away. First half, they were the biggest bust you've ever seen in the box. And right now, Heidenheim looks rejuvenated, aggressive. They just cannot finish their chances. I respect that. Yeah, watch Villa and listen to me in this stream, and I'll give you all the updates you need for the Bayern Heidenheim. It's 2-0 Bayern right now. We're in the 71st minute. Yep, 2-1 Villa. All right. I hope they win. Well, Jim probably doesn't, because they're kind of they're, I think, right above Chelsea in the table. But I don't mind Villa. Yeah, I definitely I kind of like them, in fact. All 3 goals Villa United are from open play mistakes. Wow. Wow. Well, I'll keep you open and updated on this Bayern match. Rogers scored the second goal. Okay. Yeah, 2-0 Bayern, 71st minute. Hiroki Ito coming off, Alphonso Davies coming on, and Rafa Guerrero coming off. And who are we going to have come on here? Martinez, maybe? We're having one of the academy guys come on. Yeah. Oh, Diber. Yeah, that makes sense, because Martinez, I think, is more of a defensive midfielder, and Diber is a little bit more of an attacking midfielder. But yeah, so just so you know, Bayern, their entire midfield is sick or injured outside of Goretzka. So we got some academy guys playing in this one. As you see, Diver's coming on. The starting midfield was Goretzka and Guerrero. Okay, Brady played the Seahawks. Cool. Yeah, he was on the Buccaneers in 22. All right, cool. Yeah, I didn't know he went to Munich. That's cool. It must be really cool to see that as a fan of the NFL in a different country there. Yeah, Chelsea Villa next weekend. Everybody subscribe here, and we'll keep you updated for that. We're going to have to be enemies for that match, unfortunately, which is sad because, like I said, I do kind of like Villa. I don't mind them at all. But yeah, That's going to be a fun match, and Bayern will be on the winter pause. So we really got to finish this game strong here, Bayern Munich. Yes, Villa Chelsea next week. It's going to be an always Bayern Chelsea versus Deontay rivalry game. Oh, Urbig has to make a save there. Man, I tell you guys what, Heidenheim is looking like the better team this half. I really don't like saying that, but they have looked better than Bayern has this half. Bayern looked a million times better than them the first half, but Heidenheim, it might only be a matter of time until they bag one. I don't know if they can get two, but they've looked dangerous. They've missed a couple chances. Manchester United. Is that game 3-1 now? Did Villa pull another one in? Or is it still 2-1? Wow. Funny stuff over there in the Premier League with Manchester. But yeah, thanks for watching, everybody. Thanks for tuning in at this live stream. Like, subscribe, and comment. It's 2-0 Bayern over here. It's the 74th minute, still 2-1. Still 2-1. Villa, Manchester United, it sounds like. But Heidenheim Bayern is 2-0. But man, oh man, has Heidenheim started to turn it on. So we'll see. We will see. We're looking at the 75th minute approaching here at the whatever Voith Heidenheim or Heidenheim Voith Arena, whatever it's called. Heidenheim fans are really getting into it, guys. They have some great fans. They sure do. Yeah, Ibrahimovic is looking great the second half for Heidenheim, I will say. I don't know if he's done enough to get recalled from loan for Bayern necessarily, but he's looking good this half. Oh, a really good chance for Heidenheim here. A cross in. Diaz is there to clear it. Okay, now Kane's going to try to pull up a counter. Davies. All right, off to Diaz, and Bayern are off to the races now. Yeah, Bayern really slowed it up this second half. Davies is going to try to find Daiber, who's going to go all the way over to Upa. All right. Yeah, Heidenheim has just not been able to kind of find that finishing touch in the second half, but they've put up a damn good fight this second half. First half, hell no. First half, it was all Bayern all day. Second half, Heidenheim has looked good. Where do you rank our ultras? Really good chance here for Diaz. It's a one-on-one and he misses it. He's offsides for sure, I think. Let's see. Oh yeah, he's way off. So it doesn't matter, but yikes. That was not a good 1v1 miss for Diaz, unfortunately. I'm not going to roast the guy because he does so much for this team. But he hasn't been good today. He's been rusty today. That's a really good question. That's a really good question. And to be honest with you, I don't think I can answer that fairly without having been to Germany and to a bunch of Bundesliga matches. I can tell you I love the Bayern Ultras. I love ultra culture, and I love most German fan ultra groups. So I don't think I can rate Bayern's group fairly just because I haven't been to all these environments. I can tell you I love St. Pauli's. So they're up there for me. I can tell you some atmospheres that I think look and sound really good. I think Heidenheim has a good atmosphere. I think Union Berlin and Köln have good atmospheres. Obviously Dortmund, I think is one of the most iconic atmospheres in all of football. Oh, Heidenheim on the break. Heidenheim, Urbig with a save. Oh my goodness. Wow. What a phenomenal save by Jonas Urbig. And guess what? Urbig is keeping us in this match this second half. Wow. Bayern looks lost. for large stretches of the second half. Kane is gonna look for Stanisic. Yeah. Oh wow. Okay. Okay. This game has been exciting this second half. It's been end to end, but Bayern looking to control things a little bit. Hold on for 12 more minutes. It's the 78th minute. Bayern's up 2-0. Great first half so far. Goretzka. Oh! The way the net rippled, man. Goretzka just a banging shot, but just barely missed that one. Wow. And it kind of hits the side netting where it looks like it goes in. Dang. Yeah, some really chaotic play from Bayern. The ultras that I don't like or that I've heard bad things about, again, I haven't experienced this in person, but the Frankfurt ultras. I have heard bad stories about the Frankfurt ultras. Yeah, you wouldn't rank them above the AC Milan group. Yeah, some crazy ultra groups in Italy, that's for sure, but I do love the culture in Germany. Yeah, yeah. I won't say anything positive about Dortmund as a club, I guess, except for the fact that I think the German fans are good. I'm a Bundesliga lover, so I have to, even though they are Bayern's rivals, I have to give the culture and the atmosphere of the Bundesliga as a whole, and yes, that does include the Dortmund fans, some praise. So there we go. Urbig, yeah, man, what a save that was by Urbig. Really keeping us in this game single-handedly. Heidenheim with another really good shot, but Taz there to clear it. Bayern is looking shaky as hell this half, and I think it is because all of our midfielders are out injured. I think that's why. Wow, Davies wants a handball there. I think he's going to get it. Yeah, Davies doing some good work there. But welcome in, everybody. Thanks for watching this stream here. We got Bayern Munich versus Heidenheim. The Bayern Ultras are going in right now, it looks like. They're going crazy. Lighting off some flares. I think that's the Bayern block. 10 minutes left. Bayern is up 2-0 against Heidenheim. Please subscribe. Please like. Please comment. Would appreciate all of that very massively. Yeah, the Frankfurt Ultras wanted to break the cage in the Barca section despite their 2-1 loss. Yeah, again, I've heard some bad stories about Frankfurt Ultras, so that's the one group that I can say in Germany might have some questionable ultras, but overall I like the cultures. Yeah, the Bumblebees, Dortmund with their mascots. But yeah, I mean, like, look at this atmosphere here in Heidenheim. It's just awesome. Bayern, I think it's the Bayern block, but whoever it is, somebody's lighting off all these flares, and maybe it's the Heidenheim fans, but it's just awesome. It's just awesome. I love this culture in German football. I love this atmosphere. I'm going to miss it during the winter pause, which is happening right after this match. France, not in Europe, but generally in Europe, they have to be separated in different sections. Yeah, there's certainly some different policing that happens in France. I know. We'll say it like that. Different security measures, different policing that happens there. Yeah, very strict rules. Very, very strict rules indeed. Let's put up a scorecard so we know here. There's a little bit of a... Oh, not just France, all of Europe. Okay. Gotcha. Yeah, so it's 2-0 Bayern. It's going to be the 82nd minute almost. And we're kind of back in play after a slight break because of all these flares that Heidenheim was lighting off. And yeah, we got... I think this is the first Bundesliga match for Dieber. Again, because all of our midfielders are sick. Bayern's on the break here. Luis Diaz. Oh, Serge Gnabry fell on his butt, but Olise gets the ball. Something about this pitch, man. Players are falling on their butts time and time again. Wow, Gnabry is still with the ball, regaining possession after falling flat on his butt. Diaz again here. Good shot, but it's going to be a pretty easy save at the end of the day. All right. Would you have Diaz, Musiala, Kane, Carl, Olise attack with Kimmich Pavlovic as CDM or double pivot midfield of Pavlo Kimmich? Let me think about that. Diaz, Musiala, Kane, Carl, Olise. I think that would require a different formation, which is interesting. Bayern does not seem to move out of a 4-2-3-1. Oh wait. Yeah. They do not seem to ever want to go in a different direction. So that would be tough, but if Carl keeps playing the way he is, it might be a way to go, because I don't know if you can keep him out of the starting lineup. I think it depends on who you play. I think there's some teams that you need a Pavlo Kimmich midfield pivot. But I think what you're saying with all those attackers in there could potentially work in a lot of Bundesliga matches. And I think it could work very well. But I think there's some matches where you're going to need a little bit of a beefier midfield Pavlo Kimmich pivot, if that makes sense. It's kind of a cop-out answer, so sorry about that. Okay, unless you save the home section, you have to be basically quiet and not wear the rival shirt. Oh, Davies trying to find Olise. Dang. Bayern's had a couple chances in the second half, too, that they've kind of missed out on. Yeah. Yeah. Kane has been a little bit deeper, but those kind of crosses that Davies just had. Oh, speaking of Kane. Ooh. Good save by the keeper. Yeah, so Kane has been dropping deeper and has been more of a distributor in this match so far. But sometimes you want him to be up there at the end of those crosses, that's for sure. But just had a very good chance at a header and couldn't quite bury it. Yeah, there's a lot of strict rules in different places. In Saudi Arabia, for neutral venues, because they're neutral, they accept less strict rules and more freedom when they host these games, I think. Yeah. I mean, every country kind of does things a little bit differently, and that's something that you have to keep in mind. Okay, Heidenheim with a chance, and yeah, it's like different than. Oh man, Heidenheim with a really good chance, but cleared. It's something that is interesting to me though, and very different than American sports, where obviously it's all in the same country. So I'm interested in that, and I love hearing about it from you guys in the comments. So appreciate all those comments. Appreciate everybody subscribing too. Stanisic. Oh, what the? Luis Diaz goal, 3-0. That came out of nowhere. Stanisic, like he's been doing all match. Great run into the attack, providing for the attack. I didn't know Luis Diaz was there, so you can imagine the defenders certainly didn't know he was there. Because I have a view of the whole pitch, and I have no clue where the hell he just came from. Yes, it's a Bayern goal, baby. Wow. Okay, let me watch that again. Olise and Stanisic, really good interplay this game. Stanisic. Okay, so Diaz was just there the whole time and kind of unmarked, but Diaz heads it in. Wow. Wow. That was awesome. Wow. 10 billion offer to buy Barca. Wow. I know there's been some talk about Barca and Real Madrid at least selling some of their team. Or some stake in their team. So that's interesting. Oh, I did hear about that actually, because that would completely erase Barca's debt, right? Barca has like a $2 billion debt or something. Yeah. So that's a Bayern goal, baby. Bang. Bang. That's a Bayern goal. It's 3-0. That's going to put this game to bed. It's the 87th minute. And it's a Christmas miracle. We all get to have a Merry Christmas, a holiday filled with love and joy and cheer. Yes, indeed. Open play. Good link up. Yeah, man. Stanisic and Olise have been magical today. They've been really good on that right-hand side. I think Stanisic is going to be my man of the match. He's been absolutely phenomenal today, Josip Stanisic. I got to love it. Bang. Yes. Merry Christmas. Happy holidays to all. Bayern is winning 3-0, so we can have a good time. We can have a good day. We can enjoy ourselves. Man, that was sweet. That was really sweet, guys. Yeah, it's awesome. Thanks for joining us, everybody. Thanks for subscribing. Thanks for liking. Thanks for commenting. Yes, Maddie, we can have a good day. We can have a good holiday now. And it's crazy because like that wasn't up to me or you. It was up to Bayern winning for that to be the case. So it's awesome. We can have a good day. Bayern's not satisfied, though, with 3. They're going to look for more. And they're not going to get it right now, at least. Not quite yet. Yes, yes, yes. Great game from Urbig as well so far. Very good game. Goretzka going to try to make something happen, but not quite, y'all. It's the 88th minute, and it's 3-0 Bayern Munich. It's almost the 89th minute. Heidenheim, to be fair, probably should have a goal this half. I don't know what the XG is. I don't know what the stats are, but I feel like Heidenheim has had a good half so far. I don't think they will sell their soul for money whatsoever, but it's Barca, Laporta. We never know. Yeah, we never know. I mean, they desperately need money. I don't think it'll happen either. Oh, Diaz is going to have a good chance here. Unselfish. All right, Diaz had a great chance there. Decided to be unselfish and pass to Olise, but he took way too much time with it basically at the end of the day, and the Heidenheim defense was able to catch up. He should have just shot. Oh, Stanisic to Kane. I think it's going to be a goal kick. It goes out of bounds. Speaking of Barca, they won against Villa. Yeah. Royale. Yes, they did. 2-0. That was the final of that Barca game. Yeah, I did see some of it. All right, we got Kiala and Wisdom Mike coming in the 90th minute here. It is 4 minutes of stoppage time added, 3-0 Bayern Munich. So yeah, very good win for Barca today. That will keep them on top of La Liga, if I am not mistaken. Yeah, Olise is coming off, I think, for Wisdom Mike. And Kiala, I don't know who he's going to come on for. Maybe Upa or Ta? Or maybe like Goretzka or somebody. I don't know. Upa. Kiala's coming on for Upa. Okay. Cool. Love to see the youth integration, even though it's only for a couple minutes here. But I love it. You don't want to see any injuries right now, especially. So yeah, it's Bayern Munich 3, and it's FC Heidenheim 0, and it is the 90th minute plus 1. We got 4 minutes of stoppage time. Thanks for joining into this live stream, everybody. Shot for Heidenheim there, but Urbig's able to deal with it. Yeah. Awesome for Bayern. Awesome stuff for Bayern Munich here to get this win. And another shot comes in, but we just aren't able to do much with it. Rogers shushed the Man U fans. Things you love to see. Yeah, man. I'm rooting. Well, hopefully Jim doesn't hear this because Villa's close to Chelsea in the table. But I wouldn't mind to see a Villa win. Not for Chelsea's sake, but just isolated. I like Villa better than I like Man U. How about that? Oh, Kane with the chance. Kane, that's 4, baby. Harry Kane. He deserves it, man. He's had a good game today, but hasn't able to find the back of the net. Captain Harry Kane, the skipper, puts this game to bed. 4-0. Let's go. Let's just go, baby. Let's just go. Yeah, it was bound to happen. Heidenheim deserves a goal, but I don't think they're going to get one. But Bayern's been the better team all game. Kane, man. Wow. That was a tidy finish by Kane. So he receives the ball and spins around, beating 2 defenders with the spin, which Kane's first touch when he turns around and spins like that, unbeatable. He's quick for a guy of his overall athletic stature and ability. And then he makes a defender miss after that. So Kane really putting the whirlpool spin cycle on Heidenheim. And it's 4-0. And it's 4-0. And it's a Christmas holiday miracle. And Heidenheim looking to make at least a goal here. Doesn't look like it's about to happen, though. Yes, W. Villa is 7 points ahead of Chelsea. Wow, Jim won't like that. But yes, Deontay, I do appreciate Villa. I really do. They're maybe one of my favorite teams in the Premier League. You know, most of the big teams I don't really like very much in the Premier League, but Villa, I don't mind them. So there. Put up another scorecard here. It's 4-0, guys. We love it. Bang. Yes. I love that. Whenever there's a goal, saying bang is one of the best ways to announce a good play, I think. Gonna troll my Man U fan friends. Yeah, man. Do it. Gotta do it, man. That's it. That's full time, guys. It's 4-0 Bayern Munich. 4.2 XG for Bayern and 0.93 XG for Heidenheim. Full time. That's a good win for Bayern going into the break. We love that. We really love that. It's awesome. Good to see that. Very, very good to see that. 4-0 Bayern Munich, baby. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. 4-0 Bayern. Awesome win. We go into the holidays loving life. Absolutely loving life. And I don't know if I want to say it's a Christmas miracle necessarily, but well, Zier predicted a 4-0 Bayern win. Hey, guess who else predicted a 4-0 Bayern win? Me. You can check it out on our preview show. You can check it out on my Bundesliga predictions short, but I predicted a 4-0 win, and we got there in the end. We got there in the end. It's a 4-0 win. So good for me and Zier, I guess. We both got that right. 4-1. Yeah, man, you've been really good with your predictions lately. So don't hang your head. Don't hang your head. That was a good prediction. Ice, snow, cold, W. W's everywhere, baby. We love it. Great minds think alike. Yes. Gotta love it, man. Bayern Munich 4, Heidenheim 0. And that's the final score. And it's just awesome. And if I open my blind, no, I won't do that yet. I was gonna say if I open my blinds here, am I gonna get some more light in here? Yeah. Harry on top, man. He was the captain today. He was the skipper, and he put up a really good showing. Really good showing for Harry Kane. So I love it. I absolutely love it. It's awesome. Thanks for watching, everybody. Thank you for liking. Thank you for subscribing. It really means a lot. Thanks for commenting. I love talking to you guys in the comments. Merry Christmas. Yes, Merry Christmas. Blessings. Blessings everywhere. Bayern, Falcons. Blessings everywhere except for the Green Bay Packers, I think, because they did not get blessed yesterday, unfortunately. But hey, Bayern comes in and they wash away our sins. They cleanse me after the disgusting things I had to witness last night. So there we go. It is 4-0 Bayern Munich. It's full time. Yes, Packers too. Bless the Packers. Packers are going to need it. About most of their team is injured, so they're going to need the blessings for sure. But hey, that was an awesome win for Bayern Munich. I will fire off a full-time tweet here. Maybe I'll do a little YouTube short reaction before ending this this stream. But yeah, thank you everybody for liking and subscribing and just being around. It means a lot. So Harry Kane in this game with that goal became the fastest player to reach 100 goal contributions in the Bundesliga history. 81 goals and 19 assists in 78 games. That's mad. That's absolutely bananas, bonkers type statistics. I mean, it really is. So yeah, awesome way to end the game here for Bayern Munich. Let me see if I can pull up some stats for you guys. I don't know if this is going to work out that well, but I'm going to try to do it live. I'm going to try to do it live. All right, we got Villa United. That game is still 2-1. 2-1 in that game. But yeah, let's pull up Bayern Munich and let's see. Harry on track for 43 goals. Hell yeah. Yeah, Harry Kane is on track to break the Bundesliga record, I believe, with his goals here. All right, let's pull up some stats here. Let's pull up some stats, see what we got. Final. All right, Villa gets the win. Not good for Chelsea in terms of standings, but in isolation, that's awesome. Yes, Mia-san Mia, Merry Christmas to you too. And I want to thank you for being here in this stream with us. It means a lot. And I'll pass it on to Jim too. I'll pass it on to Jim because we really, really appreciate it. And good luck at college in Georgia. And have a good birthday too. Have a happy birthday. We want you to have a happy birthday. We want you to enjoy some time in Austria and go Falcons. How about that? Go Falcons. But here's some stats for Bayern. We see Bayern on the right side here with 4.12 XG and 0.96 for Heidenheim. Like I said, I think Heidenheim deserved a goal, but Bayern was far and away the better team. There was one section in the second half where I thought Heidenheim was better, but over the course of 90, Bayern was by far better. So that's what I would say about that one. I'm going to fire off a full-time tweet for this one. But yeah, we got Diaz, Kane, man. Yeah, there we go. Throw a bunch of pictures in there. Final game before the winter pause, and Bayern comes through with it. It's really just lovely stuff. Truly lovely stuff. All right, Bayern for Heidenheim 0. Clean sheet for Jonas Erbig. Man, if there's one guy who deserves that clean sheet, it's Jonas Erbig, man. The kid has been so good for Bayern Munich, and he deserves that clean sheet. He sure does. All right, that is it, guys. It's 4-0 Bayern. So please like, please subscribe, please comment, all that good stuff. But Bayern gets the win in their final match before the winter pause is over. Yeah. So Diaz and Kane scored there at the end to top things off. It was awesome. Yeah. Fire off this tweet. Diaz and Kane score to top things off. In the end, much deserved win before the winter pause. Fun match. It was a fun match. I had a lot of fun. A lot of fun streaming it, talking to folks here. But yeah, who got the assists on those last two? So Stanisic and Gnabry technically gets the assist on that Kane one. Yeah, Stanisic was probably my man of the match. Let's pull up the stats here. Okay, so yeah, Stanisic got a really good rating. I would give Stanisic man of the match over Olise. Olise, great game though as well. No complaints. I thought Ta was really good as well. Yeah, I would probably give it to Stanisic, man of the match. Olise and Kane maybe joint runner-ups for that award. And then we'll give Ta the defender, I think. Or Erbig. Shout out to Erbig for that clean sheet. But stay tuned for the full-length reaction episode because we'll give you full kind of rankings and full rundowns on things. But yeah, that was full time. Mia-san Mia. It's a good way to be. It's a good way to be. Okay, Stanisic and Gnabry with assists. Bing, bang, boom. Bing, bang, boom. Goretzka is in disguise, though. Yeah, Goretzka, man, he hasn't been good this year. Unfortunately for Bayern, Goretzka has not been very good this year. I think his time at Bayern is up, and I think he is going to get sold in the summer. I don't think he's going to get sold in the winter, but I do think he is going to get sold in the summer. Yeah, I love Leon as well. I mean, I wouldn't say I love him, but I don't hate him as much as most people. So there's that. But unfortunately, yeah, he just hasn't been good. Hasn't been good enough. That's the thing. He's too expensive. Welcome on into the stream, by the way. But yeah, he is too expensive and just has not been good enough. I actually thought last year he had a pretty good year, but this year, man, he just doesn't look like he fits in very well this year. I hate to say it, but it's true. Man, the sun is right through the hole in my blinds right now. How funny is that? Kind of funny. But yeah, that's the end of the match there for Bayern. A really good win. There was a point in the match where they didn't look so good, but overall it was a really good win for Bayern Munich to close out the sort of the Hinrunde, but to close out the first half of the year. It was really good. Really good. Yeah, have some sun. We have some sun, but it has certainly been cold here in Milwaukee. No sun in Germany. Yeah, man. It warmed up a little bit over this last week, but prior to that, we had a stretch of days where it did not even get to 0 degrees Fahrenheit. Like it was just in the negatives. Basically, it was frigid. And it's weird. Like a lot of times when it's super cold, it is sunny because there's like no moisture in the air. There's no clouds, no moisture in the air. So it looks deceiving, but then you go outside and you just get smacked with like this painful air. Yeah, I feel bad for Nick Valdemata. I mean, yeah, man, he's a good player. I like him. He turned up against Chelsea, but nobody else did for Newcastle. Let me see if I can open up this blind here and get a little bit of light coming in, maybe. Does that look any better? Yeah, it looks a little bit brighter. Yeah, okay. All right, now we're cooking, guys. We got some. What if I do that? No, that's worse. Way worse. Keep that on. What happened with Valdemata? Just talking about Newcastle in general and not playing for Bayern. Maybe. I feel bad for anybody who doesn't play for Bayern. So, yeah, let me pull up a YouTube here and let me do a quick reaction. Quick reaction to this one for you guys. How about that? Did he tear his ACL? I saw he got hurt. Did he tear it? Oh boy, that would be really sad and unfortunate. That's poor. Yeah, I mean, honestly, Hugo's been better this year. Hugo's been the better striker for Liverpool. I actually feel bad for Hugo so far this year, but maybe that's a little bit of for a different day. We talk about those two guys. I don't know. I mean, we can talk about it now, but I just have some thoughts about Liverpool and AI and Hugo. So, and my thoughts are that Hugo is better, basically, and he kind of got screwed. So yeah, let me just do my little reaction. Why don't I just do it right here before we end this stream? Really appreciate everybody coming in, watching. Appreciate you guys liking, subscribing, commenting. Yeah, I really, really do appreciate it. It's awesome. 2026 will be the pinnacle year for Lenny G at Bayern. It might be. I mean, the kid has been great. He wasn't good today, but overall he's been so good, and like one bad game here and there, it ain't the end of the world. Yeah. Gnabry came on today and did pretty good. So, yeah. Yep. Good win for Bayern Munich before the winter pause here. No doubt about it. Yeah. All right. I'm going to record my reaction here for YouTube. So check this out here. Do it live on the stream. Live and direct. That's how we do it, baby. FC Bayern Munich 4, Heidenheim 0. Very good win for Bayern to close off the Hinrunde kind of before the winter pause here. And it's going to be a good holiday. It's going to be a Merry Christmas for all involved. So thank you for checking out the stream. By the way, we did stream this match. Bayern Munich getting the big win. And the goal scorers were Josip Stanisic off the rip. He was probably my man of the match, to be honest. And then Michael Olise, and then Harry Kane and Luis Diaz. But Serge Gnabry got an assist. Stanisic got an assist. And Bayern looked good today. There was one small period where Heidenheim was better in the second half. But overall, Bayern got it done. And we head into the second half of the year, business end of the year, crunch time. Check out our full-length reaction, which will be out pretty soon. And Mia San Mia, as always. So yeah, gonna get that posted up to YouTube. Little bit of behind the scenes action. Me recording my reaction to the Bayern Munich FC Heidenheim match. And we'll get this posted. And then we'll get out of here and we'll record a kind of a longer form reaction. And we'll get that posted too. It's a big day. It's a big day for content at the Always Bayern Chelsea channel. So appreciate everybody checking us out. Appreciate everybody liking, subscribing, commenting, all that good stuff. It means the world here at Always Bayern Chelsea. So yeah, we'll get that one up as a short reaction. No paid promotion. Always got to click that behind the scenes here when I'm updating. Not getting paid to do this, but if anybody wants to pay me, I'm all ears. Absolutely would love to make money off this someday. Will Kane break Lewandowski's goal record of 41 goals? He's on pace to right now. Yeah, he's on pace to. I think he will, but I'm a big Kane guy, so we'll see. There's also a chance that he gets rested a little bit in the Bundesliga if Bayern builds up their lead to an outrageous amount. Don't be surprised if he ends up getting rested, but so far he's on pace to. He's had an absolute just heater of a season, a banger of a season. So I would love to see that. But yeah, I would love it. I think he can do it. But yeah, it's a holiday miracle. That's what I'll title this little short here. Yeah, trajectory is 43 goals, but it's declining for a few games now. Yeah. I mean, it's all about if he stays healthy. If he stays healthy, I think he can do it. But we'll see. We'll see. Heidenheim 0. Bayern 4. We love it. That's the game. I'll put up the lineups here again for you. You can see SofaScore's ratings, and we'll talk about everybody. We'll talk about everybody in our full-length reaction, of course. And I'll let you know what I thought of everybody's performances, but there we go. Final match before the winter pause. Bayern gets a big win. Very good win. Very good, deserved win for Bayern Munich. All right, we'll get that short uploaded now to YouTube. Head over there and do all the behind the scenes settings. But yeah, AFCON starts in 19 minutes. Wow. Do they play at the same time, or is it like one match that kicks things off for AFCON? Because I'd be interested in watching a little bit of AFCON this year. There's some teams that I want to see. I mean, Nicholas Jackson over there for Senegal right now. Can't knock him for that. Love to see how our Bayern Munich player does. Okay, it's like the Euros or the World Cup. Cool. Cool stuff. Do you have a team that you specifically want to see or really want to watch in AFCON this time around? Yeah, like I said, I'd be interested in watching Senegal. Nicholas Jackson. No specific team. What about Egypt and Mo after everything he has been going through and saying regarding Liverpool? Kind of interesting, right? Okay. Oh, I didn't even add tags to my live stream. What was I doing? No tags. Why were we fined? We were fined for lighting off pyro. Fined and banned because UEFA hates us and only fines and bans us when we do that and no other team for some reason. I don't get it. Maybe a hate watch against Egypt. Okay. Fair enough. Fair enough, man. You gotta do hate watches sometimes. You know, I've been there. I have certainly been there. All right, let's get some tags on this bad boy. And who else Serge Gnabry, Harry Kane got a goal. Luis Diaz got a goal. Michael Olise got a goal. I think that was technically it because I don't think the assists for the first two goals counted because they were deflected. Yeah. UEFA, like FIFA, wants its money. Yeah, that's for sure. UEFA jokers. Yeah, man. 100% jokers over there at UEFA. Big jokes, PR money. It's possible. Back to Oh, that's funny, man. You want Jackson as late as possible. Yeah, I don't mind Jackson as a deep bench option, but I don't want him starting any significant matches, that's for sure. Oh man, that made me laugh. That was pretty funny. What countries are you hate watching in the World Cup and clubs in general? Clubs that I hate would be Real Madrid. Let's see, who do I hate the most? Arsenal and Real Madrid, I think, are my most hated clubs, probably. Arsenal and Real Madrid. I like seeing Leverkusen fail, and I like seeing Stuttgart fail as well because of, well, okay, I'll say this. I didn't like their directors and how they worked with Bayern this summer. So I like to see them fail, although I do like Sebastian Hoeneß as a coach. But globally, it's going to be Real Madrid and Arsenal. Those are my least two favorite teams. Countries, I don't know if I hate any countries. Maybe Canada, because I hate their coach and what he did and what the Canadian Football Federation did to Alphonso Davies. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Dortmund too. Yeah. Corrupt business. UEFA for sure. Corrupt, man. Okay. Real Madrid, Liverpool, Arsenal, and Dortmund. Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. Yeah. That's fair. I kind of hate all those teams too. Sometimes I don't mind Liverpool, but right now I don't like Liverpool at all. Who do you hate out of Madrid or Barca. For Zier, it's Barcelona. I don't like either of them. I hate Madrid more, though. That's for sure. And I don't mind seeing Hansi Flick do well. So right now, every once in a while, it's okay if Barca does well. I'm not a fan of Barca, though. As a club, I don't like them. But I really don't like Real Madrid, so I hate Real Madrid more. Who do you think is your closest ally for Bayern? Grasshopper Club Zurich, because we do all that business with them. Or LAFC. We have a partnership with LAFC as well. Yeah. Yes, Chelsea beat Barca. Chelsea crushed Barcelona. So yeah. As a Bayern fan, I love LAFC. Yeah, fair enough, man. We got a partnership with them. Yes, I remember that one, and Jim really remembers that one. For sure, Jim really, really, really remembers that one. No doubt. Okay. All right, now I just got to write a description for this video I just put up here. Okay, so for Son and Bayern partnership, for Son, yeah, that's fair. I like Sonny. I think Sonny's one of the most likable, great players. You know, I don't think anybody hates him. I think you'd be mad to hate him. So I don't mind Sonny. Did Chelsea and Bayern get along? Especially both of you guys, your football heritage. I don't think Chelsea and Bayern as clubs get along, but I don't think they like have big beef with each other, if that makes sense. Yeah, I wouldn't say they get along, but I wouldn't say there's like huge beef. I mean, the 2012 Champions League final was maybe the worst defeat in Bayern Munich's history, or like the saddest defeat in Bayern Munich's history. So there's that. What about Tottenham? Tottenham and Bayern, I think lately have been doing a lot of business. So you could say that they like each other as of late, but historically, I'm not sure. I don't think there's really one way or the other a big beef or love affair between those two clubs, but I don't know. Yeah. That's what I think. Kane effects. Yeah. Yeah. Ever since Kane, I mean, been doing some business with Tottenham Hotspur. So I don't think there's any sort of big bad beef between the two, to be honest with you. Palmeiras. Of course, Palmeiras. Of course. RB Leipzig's the most hated club in Germany. I still feel like Bayern are the most hated, especially from Yelspers. Yeah, Santos with Neymar. Yeah, man. Yeah, so I have some like RB Leipzig. I hate the Red Bull influence on sports, and I hate that they're able to circumvent the 50+1 rule in Germany. So Leipzig is for sure one of my most hated clubs. I don't like that Leverkusen and Wolfsburg and even Hoffenheim, but for like a different reason, are able to circumvent the 50+1 rule. So those teams in Germany, I think I have a little bit more hatred for, because I think it's less authentic and genuine of a club. Yeah. If you want to know my hate preferences, it would be that plus Arsenal plus Real Madrid. Hate both those clubs. Yeah, Red Bull New York too. Yeah, Red Bull is all over the world with their footballing influence, and I don't like it. Quite frankly, I do not like it. All right, let's write a description for this short here, and then we'll get out of here. But I really appreciate everybody checking in and liking and subscribing. It's awesome. Had a fun time doing this stream. Man City? No, I don't like Man City at all. I don't like Man City at all. I would say I hate them less than I hate Arsenal and Real Madrid, but I really don't like Manchester United or Manchester City. Yeah, what about Manchester United? What do you think of United as a club and their fans? I don't like them. Right now, I think that Manchester City is, okay, like you're saying, oil money, sugar daddy. I don't like that. I don't like what that does to the game of football. I don't like it at all. So I really have a strong dislike, maybe hate at times when they play Bayern for clubs like that. And United, I think they're just not very good lately. And I think that some of their fan base is kind of like, I don't want to say entitled, but like all the success that they've had makes them a bigger club than they are in terms of how good they are right now, if that makes any sense. So I'm not a fan of them either. PSG, same thing with the oil money. I don't like that. I think that's bad for the sport. I think it's bad for sports in general. I hate that. But I think this current iteration of PSG is a really good team and a really fun team. And I like how they play. I think that they do have a great rivalry with Bayern right now. I think that when they had all the stars, Messi, Neymar, and Mbappe, hated that. Hated everything about the club then. Hated their ownership, hated their players, basically, the all-star kind of thing. But now I think that their team is fun and exciting and they're building in a good way. But I think the oil money thing is disgusting and I hate that. I don't have a lot of opinions about Serie A teams, unfortunately. I think that it's not as an enjoyable style to watch right now. I prefer the Bundesliga to Serie A, but I don't have a strong hatred towards a lot of those Italian teams like I do with oil money and Red Bull money and Arsenal and Real Madrid. 2020 winning squad was 95 million euros, the least of all, winning the treble and sextuple. Yeah, and like to be fair, I don't have a problem with like being a rich club in general, but like Bayern did it in a good way. You know what I mean? Like they built up from the ground. They made really smart business decisions. You know, obviously it helps to invest in companies that are like local to Munich, like, you know, Allianz, Adidas, Audi. So that helps like geographically, and the wealth of the city of Munich helped Bayern a lot, but it's not like an oil mogul from Saudi just like bought out the club and like dumped their personal fortune into them. You know what I mean? So that's kind of what I think about that. Yeah, Inter can be fraud sometimes. Yeah, PSG got the sextuple as well. Congrats to them. I mean, they were a good team. They're a good team. Flamengo made it to the final. Yes. And they lost that game on penalties to PSG. Yeah. Reminds you of Uruguay and Croatia. Yeah, it's sad. It's sad. I was kind of rooting for Flamengo in that one. But yeah, wasn't meant to be on the day. Okay, Bayern Munich take down Heidenheim. In the final match before the winter pause in the Bundesliga, in their final match before the winter pause in Germany. Yeah, Pens, man. PSG could have made history. Yeah, it's never been done, right? Because there was the sextuple. Obviously, Bayern and Barca had one, and now PSG. I think there's only been 3 sextuples, and I don't think there's ever been 7, right? Yeah, Flamengo, a giant club in the world, biggest outside of Europe, most successful in South America. Yeah, Flamengo had a good run too. Like in the Club World Cup, a lot of those Brazilian teams, Adam, they were they were doing good, man. They were showing the world that there's some really good teams outside of Europe. So proud of them for that. 3-0 loss to Chelsea. Yep. Remember that one. Or sorry, 3-0. Flamengo beat Chelsea, didn't they? Flamengo beat Chelsea, I think, and then Bayern beat Flamengo after that in the Club World Cup this summer, if my memory serves me right. Yeah, 3-1. Yeah, man. I hate it. I hate it too. I hate it too. I love the 50+1 rule. Well, it puts Bayern at a disadvantage globally sometimes, but I think German football is great. I think the culture is great there. I'll just say that. And a lot of that stems from fan-owned teams and authentic just ownership models in general. So it was awesome. Super awesome. All right, Stanisic goal and an assist in this one. Olise had a goal. Olise, Luis Diaz, and Harry Kane had the other goals. And then who picked up the assists? Serge and Stanisic, obviously, and that was it because the other two did not count as assists. The other two did not count because they were deflected. All right. Yeah. Atletico Madrid, left back, managing his boyhood club, Flamengo. Oh, yeah. Flamengo's manager, really good manager, really young. Really, really young. It is fucked up what happens in the Premier League. I don't like it. I don't like it. English second division clubs have no chance to stay in the Premier League because of how far ahead established the 17 clubs owned by foreign investors are financially. Yeah, it's bullshit. I wouldn't like that if I was a fan of the league. I would not like that whatsoever. Yeah. Big time. Good manager. Very good manager. All right. All right. We'll give it a link here. Boom. Yeah. See you next stream, man. Maybe we'll do something over the break. Enjoy the house. Something over the break. But yeah, I really appreciate everybody tuning in for this live stream and have a really good holiday. It was a fun match today. Bayern got the win, 4-0. Just beautiful. Just absolutely beautiful. So, thank you all for being here, guys. We'll get this reaction short fired up on Twitter here, and we'll do a full-length reaction. Post that on YouTube. Yeah, maybe we'll do a Chelsea watch along versus Villa. It's gonna be we'll see what Jim's up to for that one. Yeah, Man City coming up with Chelsea, Blue Derby. Yeah, there's a lot of big matches coming up for Chelsea very soon. So it's gonna be a big time for Chelsea coming up. Yeah. And we'll have to get live on stream. We're trying to do more streams. I need to figure out how to do a clock, and a more fluid scorecard situation. But yeah, tell your friends about us because the more subscribers we get, the easier it's gonna be to be able to do streams for us. And I wanna figure out all that stuff, fully going in on YouTube here now. No more audio only podcasts, so it's all YouTube. And we're gonna try to do more big streams because I enjoy doing it, and you guys seem to like it. We get asked about doing streams a lot, so um, yeah. I appreciate you guys all being here, and there's a lot of big matches coming up for Chelsea, and the second half of the year is gonna be packed. I mean, it always is packed, but I feel like it's gonna be a really good um, like time for Bayern to make a run. I'm happy with the squad. But yeah, we got a lot of big matches coming up. A lot of big matches coming up. So we'll keep you covered too here with the long form videos. Right here on YouTube. Long form videos all the time. Here. It's kind of hard to type and stream sometimes. Big holiday miracle. And yeah, we will close that out and we'll get this tweet. We'll get this tweet going. We'll get things fired up. But yeah, again, thanks to everybody who's watching this stream. Thanks for everybody who watched. Thank you all for liking. Thank you all for commenting. Thank you all for subscribing. It helps us do what we do, and we're just trying to do a lot here on YouTube for everybody, and we're trying to make this account better and bigger and yeah, get more people involved. So we do appreciate it. All right, a few more moments here before we wrap things up. Although I hate Dortmund as a Bayern fan, I have to admit they are the biggest talent factory, but want money instead of glory. If Bayern were in the shoes of Dortmund, we'd never be greedy. Yeah, Dortmund, I think they have a little bit of like a mentality problem in terms of like finishing and closing out the season and closing out games sometimes. But they're a good club and they always seem to do well in the Champions League. So I got to respect them for that. I'm just a fan of the Bundesliga, so I want German teams to do well in the Champions League, but I want Bayern to crush them and rip their hearts out. So that's kind of how I feel about Dortmund. I want them to do well in Europe and stuff, but it's when they play Bayern and as a club, like, yeah, I don't know, don't do good basically, but represent Germany in Europe, Does that make sense? Trying to formulate thoughts and also do other stuff here. But yeah, that's the thought process for me behind what I think about Dortmund and everything. So yeah, guys, Bayern Munich won this one. 4-0 was the final score. We had goals from Stanisic, Olise, Kane, Diaz, assists from Stanisic and Gnabry. And I think I'm going to hit the road. But I really appreciate everybody coming in, commenting, liking, subscribing. Of course, it's the final time I'll say that. But I'm going to get out of here and we're going to record a full-length reaction episode. And then we're going to post that up to YouTube. And, I hope you guys watch it. There's going to be a lot of cool stuff coming from Always Bayern Chelsea over the winter pause. Do not fear. I'm not taking a break. I'm going to give you a lot of cool stuff, and Jim certainly is too for Chelsea. Maybe some more streams. Appreciate you guys being here, but I'm going to end the stream now. And as always, Mia San Mia.